Well, welcome to I Didn't Know That, a show about things I didn't know. And today we're going to talk about curling. And I know some of you are going, yes, she's finally going to learn how to curl her hair. And alas, it's not. It's the sport of curling. Maybe one day we'll do a show on how to curl and fix my hair. So I'm so excited to be at the Lakes Curling Club. We have Matt, Elijah, and Noah. And they're going to teach us all about curling. This is actually a really fun sport. I did way back about 18 years ago, I curled in a league just one season, and it was so much fun. I don't remember a lot about it, so I'm hoping you can help teach me and the viewers. So what is curling?
So the goal is to slide out, throw a rock, and release it before what we call a hog line. The goal is to get it to the other end, past the other hog line, and keep it in play where your skip wants it.
Okay, and so there's a circle that you're trying to land the rocks in.
Most of the time. Sometimes you want it before as a guard.
Sure, so some strategery,
Yep.
some strategy. Okay, so what are the different kind of areas that you would have a team? Like on a traditional curling
Team.
round or whatever.
So we have the lead, which is going to throw the first 2 rocks, and they're going to be sweeping the next 6. So then we got the second, who's sweeping the first 2, and he's going to throw 2, and sweeps the next 4.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Then you got the vice skip, who's going to sweep the first 4, and he's going to skip while the skip shoots.
Okay, so you have a skip, a thrower,
Well, so
and a sweeper? Is that kind of the different?
yeah, so we got a vice skip and an actual skip.
Okay.
So the actual skip's going to be down there calling the game and doing all the strategy. And then he's going to throw the last 2.
Okay.
So he gets to throw the game-winning shot or the losing shot.
Okay,
So,
and so then what is the sweeping doing?
so sweeping can either make the rock travel further or it can make it curl more or less.
Okay, and is there a technique to releasing the rock?
Yes. So so when you slide out, you want to get you're going to pretty much just turn the handle and get up to like 3 to 5 rotations ideal.
Okay, now, like I said, I did this, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So could we have you kind of just show us what kind of a round would be?
Yeah.
You guys? So as a skipper, how do they know what they're doing?
So pretty much it's just years of experience, because the more time you're out here, the more you can see what the ice does and how much it moves. Because every time you play, it's going to be a little bit different.
Sure.
So basically it's just experience.
Okay.
So right now, my skip's going to call. He wants me to place it as a guard right in front of the house. He wants me to aim at his broom when I release.
Okay, and so you're competing against other players, correct? That
Yep.
are going to be throwing down at the same
Yep.
circle. Okay.
So normally it's 4 players a team, and there's 2 teams on a sheet.
Okay.
So I'm going to come down. First thing I want to do is pick it up, make sure there's no dirt or gravel or any lint on the rock, because that can what's the word I'm thinking?
Cause it to pick.
That can cause a pick, which would throw it offline.
Sure.
So then I'm going to come in, aim. He's got his left hand out. So I'm going to aim the letter C, and I'm going to bring the rock back to center. So that's the way you know for rotation. So I'm going to come back.
So what are they looking at?
So right now he's looking at the speed and the line. So I'm a little fast. I got it a little bit further than I wanted to, but it's still in place, so we'll make something work with it.
Okay, and so he just did a little sweeping to just get it a little farther, or?
A little further, unless there's some dirt on it he wants to clean up.
Okay.
So
So then if you push it too hard, there's nothing you can do to slow that.
No.
That's just, you're out of luck.
you basically look for a different plan if you could hit a different rock and make something work.
Okay. So now what would your next move be? Let's say the other team would throw next. Is that
Yep.
how it would be? Okay, so let's say theirs went out of the circle. What would your next throw be?
So red miss, my next throw is pretty much I'm going to listen to my skip. So whatever he wants me to do. So he wants me to try to curl it behind it and sit behind it so we can sit 2 points.
It seems like a big ask.
I know, right? What'd you get for a time? Oh yeah, about normal.
So now is there, I'm sorry is there a strategy on what you're doing here?
So this is called a hack. So pretty much I'm going to place my foot into the hack. All I'm doing is sliding back with my back foot and pushing off.
Okay.
So the harder you push off, the further you go,
the farther you're going to go.
The faster the rock's going to be.
Okay.
So.
Do you have to release it before this blue line?
I have to release before the blue line, which is called the hog line.
Okay.
So right now, they're sweeping, trying to make a curl. It's a little bit light, so I'm not going to quite get there.
Oh, but it is curling. That's
Yep.
a little bit.
Just enough to where we could sneak around the other way. So.
Okay. Well, how long have you been curling?
So this is my 12th
You can keep
year.
going, Noah. 12th year, all right. And you have leagues here, correct?
Yep.
All right, what are your leagues?
So we have Tuesday night league that runs from 6 o'clock to, or the 6 o'clock's the first draw, then 8 o'clock's the next draw.
Okay.
So we have 2 draws.
All right.
A game takes about 2 hours to play.
And is there different days of the week?
So we have a youth league Monday where they come out and just play. And we have a competitive leagues are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay. So with the ice the way it is, it's kind of pebbly. It reminds me of like an orange peel texture on a wall. So is there a purpose to that?
So yeah, so we put down this pebble, which the rock glides on top, so there's a little bit of airflow, and that keeps it so the rock goes. And if it was completely flat, it would be like a suction cup, and it ain't gonna go all the way.
Okay.
And then also when it's sweeping, that gives you the ability to, in theory, to melt the ice. So the rock can travel further, a little bit downhill.
Okay. All right, Matt, so if somebody wants to get on a league, or be a part of curling, how do they do that? How do they reach out?
So we have a Facebook page at Lakes Curling Club, and you can come out, send a message. And we also have a website, Detroit Lakes Curling Club, where you can contact us by email. We'll have someone reach out to you as soon as possible. And we have some Learn to Curl dates. Normally in the early season, like November, December, we'll come out and get people out of here. I think it's no cost, and just to introduce more people to the sport.
Yeah. And so your league runs from November to when?
Till pretty much April.
Okay, well, that's a long season.
Yeah.
You have events or tournaments called Bonspiels or Spiel, depending on Bonspiel or Bonspiel Hoop, depending on who you talk to.
Yep. So we host 2 Bonspiels at Detroit Lakes Curling Club every year called the Vern Turner Memorial. That's in the second weekend of February. And normally sometime in March we're going to have club championships where all our leagues compete to see who's the best.
Awesome. So could anybody just come and watch one of the Vern Turner Bonspiel or your league tournament?
Yep, so league, the doors are open. We have league at normally 6 to about 10 o'clock is when we'll wrap things up. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And for our Bonspiels, the doors are open. You can come out for a couple hours, stay the whole day, whatever you like.
Awesome. Okay, so the last part we should talk about is how do you score? So we're in the circle. You guys had thrown some rocks. How would you score this?
So the best way to explain scoring is it's going to be the same color rock without being beat by a different color rock closer. So in this case, we're sitting one yellow rock closest to the center.
Okay, so the goal is to get to the bullseye.
Yep. So
Okay.
let's say if this was out, we have 3 red rocks closer than a yellow. So it'd be 3 red.
Okay. And then if you had that,
So if we had this, it'll be 2 yellow because this red's closer than any other yellow.
okay. So it goes based on the color that's closest,
Yep, and how many?
and then how many. Okay. Because I think you're saying like if there's none in the blue.
None in the blue. It'll be, right now, let's say we got this one close. We have 1 yellow.
Okay.
You can score if you have 1 rock barely touching the outside. And as long as there's nothing else in the house, this will be a point.
Okay.
But it's got to be touching the color.
Got it. And yes, so the goal was to get your rock into the circle or knock somebody else's rock
Yep.
out of the circle
To get the most.
to get the
Yep.
most. All right. Super. Well, I hope you guys have learned something about curling. I know I did. And come out, watch one of the leagues, watch a Bonspiel, reach out, join a club or join a league. It really is fun. So thanks for watching. I didn't know that.